People, Joel Benjamin 528 here, aka Big Money Benjamin. Now, this show is going to be a bit serious. I'm not going to be on here long, I promise you that. So get this information while you can. This is one of the informations that I'm giving out, so you better understand why you hardly see me on here like you should, or that I would want to. Now, anybody ever heard of Pogo? Project Pogo and Project Zyphr. If you see, I have it written right there. You know, secret plot of the cabal. I'm just giving you a quick touch and brief over, because this is not something where I should be on live talking on this live stream. Okay, let's get into Project Pogo. Project Pogo is dealing with what I've been telling y'all about for the longest, with all these gatekeepers. Remember when I tried to tell you about the quote unquote those boys in black? That's all I'm gonna say. How they infiltrated the conscious community. Remember about, I think it was 2-3 years ago, what happened to me. The channel got shut off for like 3 months. That wasn't cool. So I choose wisely on the words that I'm saying and the information that I'm giving you. So with Project Pogo, we're going to go over and talk about the gatekeepers. Those are the gatekeepers on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all these other platforms that's acting, pretending, or giving the impression that they are bringing truthful information to you. The ironic part about it is a lot of them are bringing true information, but they're not allowed to really go in deep and tell you about the Zionistic plot. Stick with me, people. We're talking about Project Pogo. Now, with Project Pogo, the other element of that is to create gatekeepers, and those who aren't gatekeepers, bring them on our side. That's their way of saying it. They want to bring them on. When I say our side, this is them talking. They want to bring people on their side. All right. With Project Pogo, when you go deep into it, you learn about a guy called David Goldberg, who's now dead. All right. But he was an insider that snitched. And you know what happens when you snitching on the plan that is to come. So people like Alex Jones, and I like Alex Jones, but he is set up as one of them. He started drifting off the plan, and you see what happened when he started drifting off the plan. You saw what happened. They got his ass up out of here, which is not shocking. The whole point of Project Pogo is to track and create gatekeeper channels. A lot of these channels are in the conscious community. I said it. A lot of these gatekeeper channels are in the conscious community. If you notice, they drift off the path of knowledge. They drift off the path of spirituality. Only confusion, fighting, going back and forth. You could pretty much tell the gatekeeper channels. And it is so many of them. It's a shame. But they're out here. So let's go further into the gatekeeper channels. Let's talk about the ones who are not gatekeepers and end up becoming gatekeepers. What they'll do, they'll approach you and give you a deal, a proposition. Pay attention to these speakers that come out of nowhere. And let me be clear. The gatekeepers or the gatekeeper channels, they could be Hebrew channels, conscious community channels, Islamic channels, truth fighter channels. These are the channels that they get into. So right now, I'm just giving you part one of Project Pogo so you could understand. Because then we're going to get into part two with Project Zyphr. And Project Zyphr, Project Zyphr is a doozy. So they'll approach these people. Most of them already are scammers, dealt with fraud, or been to jail. And when I mean jail, I'm talking about prison. I ain't talking about, oh, they got arrested for a bag of, sticky icky. I ain't talking about that. Pay attention to these people out here. Project Pogo. It is designed to keep you distracted and collect the data on you and who you are. That which leads into Project Zyphr. See, Project Zyphr became more sinister. All of a sudden, these people come out of nowhere talking fast, saying all these big words, and you're like, where did this person come from? And when you check whichever group, might be an Islamic group, might be a Hebrew group, might be a conscious community group, they don't know these individuals. Who are they? Where did they come from? And they speak fast, they speak a good one. And y'all fall for it every damn time. They are to throw you off the track, off the scent. A lot of them, they're not, and a lot of them, they allow them to come with some type of truth, but it's only for so far they're able to come with the truth. You know them when you see them because you'll be like, wait a minute, they're talking about this. Why aren't they talking about that? They talk about everything with the system, financial system. They'll put out CDs, documentaries, and everything, but they will not, you won't ever hear them in life talk about the Zionistic cabal. Ever. Don't believe me? Go check on some of them. Go check the track record. And then the ones that they do allow, it's only so much information, but it's like a handful that you ever hear talk about that, or that you'll ever hear talk about this right now. So this is just part one I'm giving you on Project Pogo. Like I said, Project Zyphr is far more cynical. Project Zyphr is dealing when they run up in your house, yank you out in the dead of night. This is not something that I haven't talked to y'all about before. Anybody that watched Joel Benjamin 528, you know I've been speaking on this. And also, this involved Trump. Again, I'll get into this in part two. I just want you to understand there are gatekeepers out there that constantly want to just, with the fighting back and forth, down in the black man, down in the black woman, down in the white man, down in the white woman, and that constant confusion to take you off the real track of what's going on. Anybody at this time that is kicking the truth hardcore on the deep spiritual aspect of the takeover that's going on with the war for your spirituality, for your soul, for your mind, they're agents if they're not talking about this. I don't care who. Pay attention. If they're not talking about that Zionist cabal, they are agents because they're scared. That's where Project Pogo came in, where they've been shutting down different programs or programming on TV, different channels, and character assassination of certain speakers / lecturers. That's why when you come out and you got so much information and you ask to be on certain people's channels, you couldn't even pay them to get on. But you see other people pay them to get on and they get on. That's because they all part of the program. They make them the gatekeepers so you could be locked out. And because some of y'all are too lazy and get frustrated because of the shadow banning, and you're not aware that, okay, this is a club that you're being locked out of. It is a huge club. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, they're the main ones. It is a huge club. These people that you see that come on here act like they're about Black Lives Matter, act like they're about police brutality, the stop of police brutality, or what. And you come with certain information and they don't take to it. They will not ever put you on. They're part of Project Pogo. This is nothing new. This goes back 50 years now. It just got more advanced with the age of social media. And YouTube is one of the major platforms that they are monitoring and taking control, because under Project Pogo, they notice that at least, this is in their documents, their records, at least 57% are waking up. But as you go more deeper into the updates of the documents, they talk about the shift, the great awakening, the symbolisms people been seeing, so-called, quote-unquote, angelic script. See, that's why I go deep into this right here. Okay? When you start seeing certain symbols like these, okay, beware. That's where Project Zyphr is going to kick in, because they're coming for you. Now, I know some of y'all don't want to hear this. Y'all going to say, oh, I'm fear-mongering. But listen, there are gatekeepers. That's why some of them don't like me. Well, a lot of them don't like me. But I don't care. It is what it is. They will use your family against you, to character assassinate you, and come after you. Okay? And they'll put it as the reason why they can't put you on or can't let you in is because you're blocked. Project Pogo is setting up these different channels, these different pages, these different speakers. They'll come on this in 1945. Yes, and then they did this, and 500 blacks. Yo, where you come from? Y'all don't understand this? How you just come out of nowhere and you getting thousands of views, thousands of likes, thousands of shares, thousands of repeats, and you're ending up on these bigger networks. All of a sudden, you're getting put on CNN. Hell, haven't you learned years ago? Bobby Hemmett done told y'all best. And not everything I agree with Bobby. But don't discredit that. That's a master